we come how to form the passive voice. Whenever you want to form a passive voice sentence, you require a double verb. What do you mean by that? You will always, the sentence will always consist of a formal verb be and the past participle of the main verb. Example, John baked the bread. The passive, the bread was baked by John. So as you noticed, was is a form of verb to be and baked is the past participle. Writers should be familiar with the forms of to be, often called linking verbs, so that they can easily identify the passive voice in their work. Let's review the forms of verb to be. Am is are, was were, be being, and been. Note the forms of to be in the examples of the verb to kick in various forms of the passive voice. Is kicked, had been kicked, was kicked, is going to be kicked, is being kicked, will be kicked, has been kicked, can be kicked, was being kicked, and should be kicked. These are all formed in the passive voice. Often, passive voice sentences will contain a by phrase indicating who or what performed the action. Passive sentences can be easily transformed into active sentences when the object of the preposition by is moved to the subject position in the sentence. Example, the cookies were eaten by the children, so the children ate the cookies. The tunnels are dug by the gophers dug the tunnels. Now, how do you identify the tense of the verb from the verb to be? So, where is in the past? So, the verb was in the simple past. Are is in the simple present. So, the verb was in the present. Now, let's practice. Change the sentences below to the active voice. So you have 5 sentences. Please write them in the active voice. I will do the first one for you. The statue is being visited by hundreds of tourists every year. So, hundreds of tourists are visiting the statue every year. So you're left with 4 sentences. Please take your time and solve them. I will be waiting your answers.